front and center this week. And here's a look at the AFC contenders. And it's not just who is in or out, but how the seeding shakes out. What a great time of year. It's the Ravens going up against the Steelers. So, with the call of this Week 16 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Tonight, we've got one last present under the tree, our final Monday Nighter of the year, between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson of the carry. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. This offense can be flashy at times, and a big reason for that is Perryman.
I like the way you use the word big, because that's exactly what Rashad Perryman is. A big receiver with a ton of speed. Runs so well, yet that strength downfield really confounds defensive backs. Is it okay if I tell you I played against his dad in college?
Well, I'm just impressed that you work confounds into the broadcast.
I'm impressed I'm still alive because I played against his dad in college.
And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
Stephon Tuitt's ability to play defensive end, and yet rise up and knock passes away when quarterbacks try to throw them, he makes it hard to get around.
And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Brad Wing now to punt it away on 4th down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
One of the things that's really difficult for an offense is often identifying how to block a 3-4 defense. Well, when they're coming on a blitz, even more difficult. They're elusive targets and hard to hit.
Here we go. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. This offense has some speed, and certainly Martavis Bryant, he has some speed.
He has that, and he has size. That's what makes him so difficult to cover, because just when you think you have to play him one way, the other attribute kicks in. Martavis Bryant could be an all-star real soon.
Out of the gun, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He'll take it at the 42. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. And the Ravens taking the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Philly, here we go. Now, let's go.
Hackenberg on second down. And to the left side, Fedorowicz has it. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go. 3-9.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. On second down, Hackenberg again. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Now let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them and put the pressure on them.
Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting them a few yards.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal.
3-19. Detroit.
3rd and goal, Hackenberg. That is caught at the 7-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Green. Over.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Going up top. And this is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A big play there. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They go play action here on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
They'll come out in the pistol. To throw is Hackenberg. He's going to let it go again. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerged. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On third down, Hackenberg. He's going to take another shot here. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Second and just 1. They come out here in the eye. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down.
Now let's go. Blue line it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
That was a good, strong run there. And while it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
Here we go. Green 39. Leopard. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and sneak it here. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front, they moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Three yards to go on 2nd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Looks like the defense in
All right,
press
here we go.
coverage here.
Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That is incomplete. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. Looking to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
A long drive here. Play 12 coming up for the offense.
Let's go.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead. And that makes it 14-10. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Now let's go. Green 39.
On second down, Hackenberg again. Going for the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds.
And the 2-minute warning lurking. This will probably be the last play before we hit it.
Yeah, they want to get themselves in position to score in this last shot before the clock hits.
So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. Back to Heinz Field after this. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Third down and 1. And they'll go on the ground. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They'll look to throw now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Out left side here to Bryant. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Detroit, set, green, 39.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense and reading.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. It's good, and it's 21-10. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here come the Ravens. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception from under pressure there, and Hackenberg is sacked. Stephon Tuitt in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Second down, Hackenberg. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Third and long for Hackenberg. And a Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Second down following the run.
All right, now look at 56. Now let's go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Gone. Over. All right, here we go. 3-19. Over.
They'll look to throw here. Looking deep downfield. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. Again, we'll see the pistol here. To throw is Hackenberg. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Bud Dupree in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. He took a hit on that last play. Now let's see how he and the offense respond on second.
No. Check. Blue landing. All right, here we go. 3-19. Watching that, Barney.
Hackenberg on second down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Now the Steelers' offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Leopard. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And there he goes, right side. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Now whistles and a timeout signaled here by the offense. And that's their first of this second half. And they will line up now for the two-point try.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Hackenberg is going to throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so two remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
He'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
Now back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down. 11 yards for number 11.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
3-19.
first down. He'll drop to throw it. Trying to lay one up deep. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Set, blue landed. Blue landed. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Over. Set, leopard. All right, here we go. Check. Green, leopard.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
Fresh set of downs here.
Watch it now. Here we go now. Detroit. Now
They'll
let's
put
go.
two receivers left, two to the right. They go play action here on first down. And avoids the contact by sliding. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Watch it now, Barney. Now let's go. Green, 39. Now, look at 56.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Leopard. Second. Gun. All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Detroit.
And quickly, they get to the line. Looking to throw. And his throw is incomplete. So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. Following the flag, 1st and 20 now.
No, check.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Gun. Detroit. Leopard.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Here we go now.
They'll come out in the pistol.
Here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. That'll be a gain of 16, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Leopard.
They come out here in the eye. It's a quarterback sneak. And give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
There may be a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for fourth down.
And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And the gadget package there won't do much for him. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now this time he'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Bryant. And it's a Steeler touchdown. Martavis Bryant with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got his man on the crossing route. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Here we go now.
Hackenberg now to throw on first. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. Second down now after the incompletion.
Here we go now.
Throwing again, Hackenberg on 2nd and 10. Under pressure there, and Hackenberg is sacked. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down.
Back down in that Philly. Here we go. Watch it now. Back down in that Philly. Here we go.
Time running out here on the play clock. They go play action. Hackenberg. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
They come up in an offset eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They go back to the air here after the INT. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Second down now after the pass completion. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now Hackenberg. And he will find his man on the outside. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Oh, Brandon, this one hurts my heart as a former defensive back. Out in the open field, you've got a chance to get down this receiver. Instead, he breaks through you. You'll hear about this in the film room and from your teammates.
Hackenberg on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
To throw, Hackenberg. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. In motion left is Perriman. Hackenberg again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up. Does the big boy have the juice? And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. First down, Hackenberg. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Really nice little connection there. They go with the corner route, and it works out well.
And the best way to set up the corner route is to throw slants throughout the ball game so that when you're able to get back outside, the defender has to respect the inside game.
A first down throw for Hackenberg. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
All right, here we go.
Hackenberg now from the 50. Right side, caught Fedorowicz. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it. The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. Hackenberg now. And finding Fedorowicz. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead.
Over.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean? It means that the guys on the offensive line, they feel like they can do whatever they want. They're in the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Steelers, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll get a home date next week against the San Diego Chargers. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.